Hi everyone, my name's Matt and this is my new 2025 Mini John Cooper Works electric. I've had it a couple of days now, 3 or 4 days, and I thought it was a good opportunity as I've a little bit of a long drive to do today, a mixture of sort of A roads, B roads and motorway, to do a range test. So we've charged to 100% on the battery. The computer's saying that's 194 miles. I'm hoping that's conservative and we'll get a little bit more out of it than that. So in terms of specs of the new electric minis, there's 3. So the first is a Cooper E, and that is 184 horsepower. That has the 37 kilowatt hour battery, so that's the smaller of the 2 batteries, and the range, according to Mini's website, is between 179 and 185 miles. So yeah, you can tell that's got the smaller battery because the range is quite a bit lower. And then in the middle you've got the SE, that's 218 horsepower, and that's got the 49 kilowatt hour battery. Range, according to Mini, is between 239 and 247 miles. And then there's this is the John Cooper Works. So this is the top spec electric Mini you can get, and this has got 258 horsepower, and it's got the same battery as the SE, so that's 49 kilowatt hours. And according to Mini, this car on a full charge, under their test conditions, which isn't real life, we know that, is 226 to 250 miles. So as I say, we're at 100% now, and it says 194 miles according to the computer. So we've got quite a long journey ahead of us. We're at 100%, and I'm going to try and get it to as near as 0% as possible to try and give us an accurate figure. So hopefully that might be helpful, especially if you're considering potentially buying one of these cars and wondering if the range is enough for you. So yeah, let's hit the road and see how many miles we get out of it. So I'm a big fan of electric cars now. This is my second electric car. My other car is a Tesla Model Y rear wheel drive long range, and we absolutely love that. It's an absolutely brilliant family car for all 4 of us, lots of room, lots of space. And I've done a similar range test on that car, and from 100% to 0 miles, this guy's going really slow. I've had about 315 miles out of that. So that's an actual true range. The Tesla's really accurate. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this compares. This has got a lot smaller battery than the Tesla, so I'm not expecting it to be anywhere near that. But if I can get it to 220 miles or so, that would be good. We've got it's warning me I'm going close to the speed limit, so I'm just going to turn that off. Luckily in the Mini you've got a button on the steering wheel which you only need to press it once and it'll turn all the bongs and the bings off, rather than having to go into the infotainment system. It's probably important as well, if we're doing a range test like we are today, to just explain what I've actually got on. So it's quite a warm day today. It's about 16-17 degrees, so I've got the air conditioning on. I tend to run the car with air conditioning on, so I'm not going to turn that off. I don't think that's going to give an accurate reflection. If I turn the air conditioning off, that's not how I would drive this car. So I've got the air conditioning off. There's a green mode. Who buys a John Cooper Works Mini to drive it in green mode? So that's not going to be used ever. It's got a couple of other modes. Personalised mode where you can tweak some of the settings and all that sort of stuff. There's a go-kart mode which is a little bit crazy, makes funny noises, but for today I'm just going to leave it in my standard setup, which is the personalised mode. And at the minute the computer says I'm averaging 263 wheel horsepower per minute. I'm not sure how that converts into other electric car figures. I put it on that setting because that's what the Tesla does, so that'll give me a direct comparison what the Tesla does. I think other cars do kilowatts per mile or something along those lines, but I'm not gonna use that because I don't have anything to compare it with. So yeah, 261 at the minute, which is pretty good actually. I think that's around about 4 kilowatts per mile ish. So if it stays around there, I'd be quite impressed. So yeah, we're on our way now, and yeah, let's get to the motorway and start getting through the miles. I must say though, on the new interior, it's absolutely brilliant. It's miles ahead of the last one. We've had 3 Minis now. We had an R53 Cooper S back in 2007, and then we had the last John Cooper Works, the 2 litre turbo car. That was lovely. And now this one. But yeah, the interior on this one's miles ahead. The steering wheel's gorgeous. It's got like a little strap in the middle, which is really nice. I hope that don't come loose over the years, but for now it's spot on. The heads-up display as well, really good. I've never had a heads-up display before, and when I've seen it on the spec sheet, when I've spec'd cars up previously, I've always thought it's, you know, a little bit of a novelty, but I think I'll struggle to not have it now. Just having everything in front of you, it gives me the speed, the range, the speed limit of the road you're on, and also it gives you the sat nav as well, so it tells you exactly, it mimics effectively the middle screen. It's really nice thing to have, actually. Yeah, in terms of the levels, so this is the John Cooper Works, but you can get a level 1, 2 and a 3. The 1 I think is pretty basic, the 2 is middle of the road, which is what this is, and then you've got the level 3. I didn't go for the level 3 because when I sort of delved into the specs, the only thing that really stood out over the level 2 was the memory seats, the electric memory seats, which this doesn't have. That would have been nice, but I think it worked out at about £30-something extra each month on the finance. I'm not prepared to pay £30-odd a month for electric memory seats, and all the rest of the stuff was just driving aids, which I'm not going to use. I don't particularly like those. So yeah, this is the middle of the road level 2 Mini. Okay, we're now on the motorway. We've done 34 miles, and the range says 163 miles remaining. So it seems to be fitting in with what it originally thought we would have, about 194 I think it was when we set off. So that's not increased as much as I would have liked. So yeah, let's keep going then, and hopefully that expected range creeps up a little bit. Another thing that's unique to the Mini, we've got a boost button as well on the steering wheel. So it's a paddle on the left hand side with a big red circle that says boost, and what happens is when you pull that for 10 seconds it gives you extra power. So I'll demonstrate that now. If you just watch the centre screen, when I pull it counts down from 10. Originally, I thought that was in 10 seconds you will have the boost, but actually what it means is these are your 10 seconds of having this boost. So we've got a little bit of clear space in front. So yeah, we'll get past this. I don't think there's any speed cameras there. So if I press this boost button, so there you see it's counting down from 10. So that's giving me an extra boost from the battery. I don't know if it came across on the camera, but it makes quite a large noise when you put your foot down. It sounds like a spaceship, which is pretty. I think it's pretty cool actually. I like that. Okay then, quick update. 49 miles in, averaging 245 wheel horsepower per mile, and range is 157. One thing I've noticed, and I don't know if all of the Minis are like this, the new electric ones, but the steering wheel is really slippy. It's almost too smooth. So you feel like you can't quite grab it because it's that slippy. If yours is the same, you know, leave a comment and let me know. But it's a lovely steering wheel, but it's really slippy. It almost needs some sort of Alcantara on it or something like that. But yeah, it's I've never had a steering wheel so smooth before. It's yeah, it's not great, to be honest. We could probably do something about that. Whether or not it needs whether or not it's got something on it from the dealership, I don't know. Someone's cleaned it with something, but I think I'm gonna have to try and wipe it down with a product and see if I can get some grip back into it. Right, I'm just going to pull over here and do a 0 to 60 test. It's I'm going to go into we're going to go-kart mode. We'll pull the boost and let's go. Six step. I'll time that on the video and post up the time, but it felt pretty quick. I had a little bit of wheel spin actually off the start. It does suffer from traction, this car. I've noticed unless it's absolutely dry. When I first got the car, it was wet and you just could not put your foot down at all. It really spun up. I think it's the tyres. I don't think I think they come with Hankooks. They're not great tyres, I don't think. I think it's more of an efficiency tyre than a performance tyre, which is a shame to say it's the John Cooper Works, but yeah, so not sure how fast that was. It felt pretty quick, but I'll post the time in this video. Okay, quick check-in on the battery. We've done 82 miles. It's saying 122 miles left. So that's dropped a bit. That's 204, I think. 204 theoretical miles. I don't think that 0 to 60 run I did help the efficiency calculations on there. Okay, so we've just ticked over 100 miles now, and we've got 103 left. So theoretical full range of 202/203 miles, which has dropped. In terms of charging, we're lucky enough to be able to charge for free at work. We have a work car park, and yeah, we get to plug in for a full day, two days a week. So the Tesla gets charged on one day, and this will then get charged on the second day, and that's roughly a 7 kilowatt wall charger. So a full day from say 8:30 to around about 5 o'clock, we tend to get a full charge. So yeah, in terms of the Tesla, we've never paid to charge it. I've had that for 6 or 7 months now, and it hasn't cost us 1 pence to charge it, because we either charge at work or we'll charge in the supercharger network. And when I got the Model Y, it was 1 year's free charging. That'll come to an end in November, in which I'll have to start paying when I go to a supercharger. But we don't do massive miles anyway, so the work charging is more than sufficient for us. We don't have a wall-mounted charger at home. We've got a 3-pin plug granny charger. This tends to charge both cars round about 2.5 kilowatts per hour, which that is it's really slow. But if you put it on first thing in the morning and you have it on all day into the evening, it actually gives you a fairly decent charge, and it's a couple of quid for charging at home, so that's really cheap as well. I think we probably will get a wall charger eventually, especially when our free supercharging runs out. I think we'll probably get one just to be able to get the car to 100% whenever we want it. So yeah, quick update then on the miles. We've got 92 miles left on the range, and we've done 108 miles. So yeah, it's hovering around about 200 miles full 100 to 0 charge at the minute, which is a bit disappointing given the warm weather. And I've been driving it pretty sensibly, if I'm being honest. I've not had a heavy foot. Been pretty economical with it. So we'll see how it pans out. Okay, quick update on the range. We're just going under the Scamenden Bridge on the M62 at Rishworth. We have done 127 miles and we've got 68 left, averaging 258 wheel horsepower per mile. So yeah, it's hovering in and around that 200 mile 100 to 0% range mark. Okay, so I've pulled off the motorway. I'm not far from home now. We've got 56 miles remaining, and we've done 140. So that has dropped actually. That's 196 theoretical miles, which, crazily enough, is pretty much exactly what it said we would do when I got in it this morning. So that's actually really accurate. What's the battery percentage? So press on the speedometer. We're at 29% battery now. That last motorway stretch at 70 miles an hour has really killed it off. On the A roads where I was doing sort of between 30 and 60, it seemed to be doing quite well, and then that last motorway stretch when I was sort of around about 70, just keeping up with traffic, nothing crazy, not breaking any speed limits, and it seems to really killed it off. So, I mean, when we talk about range in electric cars, I always have this conversation, and people will say, "Oh well, my diesel Golf or whatever it is, I'll fill the tank up and I'll get 500 miles out of that. 200, 250, 300 miles range in an electric car. It's not enough." Well, as a good example, I've been travelling a couple of hours now. I've done 140 miles and I'm ready for a stop, more than ready for a stop. I need a wee, I need something to eat. How many times do you actually drive more than 200 miles or say, 2 hours, 2.5 hours without needing to stop? And the infrastructure is getting better now. Pretty much in every service station you want to stop at, or any town, you can quite easily find a charger, and plug in for 30 minutes, and that's going to get you, a decent amount of range, especially if your battery's nearly empty. It charges really fast when it's nearly empty. So yeah, I don't get the range anxiety thing. I've never had it. I've had the Tesla 7 months now. I've had this, less than a week. I've never had range anxiety at all. Never once. People go on about it. Oh, anxious. What if I run out? What if I run out? But I think I've done about 7,000 miles EV miles now, and not once have I ever thought, oh no, I'm going to run out of battery. What am I going to do? There's Tesla chargers everywhere. There's other non-Tesla chargers everywhere. So I just don't see an issue. Even if this mileage isn't going to be amazing, and I only get 200 out of it. When was the last time you drove 200 miles non-stop without needing a wee or a, chocolate bar or something to eat or a drink? Very few occasions. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on the whole EV range and range anxiety thing. I think it's a load of nonsense. People just need to adapt their mindset. That's 150 miles we've done today, and 50 miles range, so bang on 200. Let's get through this little gap. There we go. Yeah, so bang on 200 miles we're predicting at the minute. And what battery state have we got? We have got 24% left of the battery after 150 miles. Right, we plod on. And back onto the motorway again. It's probably the third or fourth time I've been on motorway today, but it's the easiest way to cover miles, which is what this test's all about. Getting as many miles as we can in a day. It just shows actually how far 200 miles is. I've literally been driving for hours. It's not to your nearest town or city and back. It's a considerable way, and again that comes into the range thing. 200, 250, 300 in my Tesla's case is absolutely more than enough. More than enough. So I've just had a first warning pop up saying that the battery's low. Do I want to go look for some charging stations? I've selected no to that, obviously, because that's not what we're doing. And what percentage is that popped up at? That's popped up at 20%. So I suspect at 20% that will come up and give us a warning. But no, we're still going on. We've got 41 miles range left, and we've done 160 miles now. 160 miles dead on. Right, so I've got 21 miles remaining. I've done 176 miles. I'm thoroughly bored. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm hungry. I want to go home now. So I've now reverted to driving around a car park in circles fairly close to home, because I just cannot be bothered to drive around the actual streets anymore. So I'm doing laps of a car park. See how long I can get this. See how long I can do this without getting bored enough to go home. So yeah, we've got 21 miles left. 176 miles done. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What's the battery percentage doing? 9%. Okay. How close do I dare take it? Do I trust the battery percentage, or do I trust the miles? Because 20 miles is quite far really, but 9% seems quite low. I don't know if I'm brave enough, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Try and get it as close to done as I can, and that'll give the most accurate range prediction. So if you remember right at the start of this, when I set off, I think it was 194-ish, approximately. So it'd be really interesting to see how accurate that is. Because at the minute, it's looking pretty much there or thereabouts to the mile. Yeah, so we'll see about that. So we've come off the motorway now. I'm just driving around the town centre, which gives more efficiency around town than it does on a motorway, does the electric car. Talking absolute gibberish. Absolute gibberish. It's been a long day. I want my tea now. You can change the colour of your ambient lighting. Not that should be my priority at the minute, but I think it's pretty smart. I quite like the blue. The blue's pretty nice. It's quite Mercedes-y actually, that. Yeah, we'll stick with blue. Display. Right, okay, 180 miles covered. 16 miles to go. Averaging 250 wheel horsepower per mile. And what's his battery? Battery's at 8%. Okay. So not long now, I think, yeah, I think I'll start heading towards home now. Don't want to get caught out. So yeah, it's going to get to about 196 miles, which is, it's only 2 miles different to what it predicted when I first set out all those hours ago. That's pretty good actually, pretty impressive. Well, if I don't get to 200 miles, I'll be a bit gutted inside, I think. Not gutted, but it would have been nice to get to 200. Right, we've done 182 miles now, 14 miles range, so we're looking at about 196 miles. So yeah, 4 shy of 200. Pity that. Right, we're down to 5% battery now. 5% and 12 miles. Okay, we should be fine. We should be fine. We should be fine. Yeah, it's about 4 miles home. Right, I've pulled over. I'm pretty much home now, so time to wrap this up. It's been a long day. In terms of the Mini, absolutely love it. It's just a brilliant car. It's really comfy. Interior's just a nice place to be. Been in the hours today, and yeah, it's just a really nice place to be. So in terms of the range, we've done 186 miles. And it says I've got 9 miles left, so that is a theoretical full range of 195 miles. Done a lot of motorway, you know, 65, 70, a couple of blasts, so I think we could probably have got that over 200 on sort of slower roads, but we've averaged 250 wheel horsepower. No, 250 watt hours, sorry, per mile, which I think is pretty good. That's about what the Tesla does actually. This has obviously got a smaller battery. And what's the battery on? 4%, so we're nearly empty. So yeah, I hope that was interesting. It's been an interesting day for me, and I hope it's of use as well. So if you're looking at one of these brand new John Cooper Works Minis and you do a lot of motorway miles or fast air roads, I would be expecting high 190s, around about 200 miles in terms of range. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, all the best everyone. See you later.